Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a fantastic New Year's. We are looking at February in-game and it is gorgeous. They really outdid themselves with the lighting in this. It looks fantastic. Now, we've got a couple updates. You see on the ground here, we've got some interesting tire tracks. We'll go take a look at that real quick. And then we'll head out to the project. So, we added a weight to the front end of our tractor because the old tail was wagging the dog there. And we picked up a new little gator. So this is just a leased piece of equipment. I don't actually own it. But considering the job site is right next to the house, it's nice to have something that's a lot smaller and much more nimble than the pickup truck. And also cheaper to run. And also, Nitro is just enjoying the sun. And you can see just how quick we can get to and from the site from the house. And you can see from the tire tracks, I've already been up through here once already today. I was doing a little bit of flagging, a little bit of surveying here. Just trying to get my bearings on where this road is going to go. And you can see I've already got a bunch of trees X'd off here. We're going to make this wide enough that a service vehicle can get down here without too much issue. But obviously we're not putting in a 4-lane highway. So it's going to be kind of a chosen path through the trees here. We're going to log selectively and probably as little as possible. Now, I did make it up to this point, and you know what? Why don't we see if we can push all the way to the top of this? Let's test out the gator. Let's see how she does. I'll jump into third person for this because, oh my goodness. All right. Now, will she climb? Probably. Now we have until June to finish this project, so we don't have any time crunch here. That's why we've already waited a month. Ooh, we might not be able to get up to the top with the snow here. She's trying. No, that's it. You can see the tires are still spinning, still digging. And that's as high up as we go. So we're on foot from here on in. So I think that's okay. Because March we're showing a good thaw. So I think for February what we'll do is we'll get this road cut in and then we'll jump forward to March. And we'll finish the road up the hill. If I can just stay in my tire tracks, we can get back to where the road is planned and I won't get too lost. I think we're on the right path here. There we go, there's my tire tracks. All right. You see just how dark it is in here. Realistic Gaming Crew really outdid themselves on this map. I quite like this. This is very, very much like I'm a good old Alberta boy. And this very much feels like driving through northern Alberta and in beside the mountains. And I know this is supposed to be the Yukon up near I believe it's Whitehorse. So it definitely has that northern Canadian feel to it. I very, very much like this. But there we are. So that's the plan for today. We're gonna let the sun come up. We're gonna let temperatures come up a little bit more, and then we'll get cracking on it. We'll see you guys when we're ready. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the county has actually called off all construction for the time being. Looks like they are in the midst of trying to figure something out on their end. They won't tell me. So we've got a little change of plans here. We are just behind the garage, and I'm going to clear out a little area for a a little log processing area. So we're going to get a bunch of trees felled. We're going to get them all squared away. Going to get them chopped up. Can't delimb them. There's a problem with delimbing right now, so we'll have to figure that out. We'll just tend that they're delimbed, I guess. And yeah, so we'll get that sorted out. I only have to clear a small area, but we're going to take out a loan. We're going to put up a shop, or specifically a small lumber mill. And I think I want to keep a little bit of a tree break here between like my house, the garage, and the shop and everything. So I think I'll probably start... Oh, that's actually a nicely lined up set of trees here, so I'll leave those. I'm hearing something in the bush behind me here. Nitro, where you at, buddy? That's Nitro, not Yogi. That's either way, let's get cracking here. I gotta do something today, so we'll start chopping some trees here. Again, like I say, I don't need much room, and I think I'll be able to squeeze a road here in between these two trees just fine. If not, I could probably take these two out. Like I say, I want to keep kind of a shelter belt here between the house and everything. Let's start there. Come around here. Yeah, we'll just start taking them from here. And then again, I'm going to keep the stumps fairly high so that I can see them in the snow with the skid steer. We'll get the stumps ground out with that. I do have lumberjack installed, so I can just tilt the saw and it'll do it for me, but I'm gonna keep it this way. Keep a little bit of role play going, right? I mean, that's part of the fun of playing the game is the storytelling. I don't think I need to go any further than that, because the sawmill's not very large. It's not very expensive either, which is nice. Take this one too. Then we can work on hauling the other trees that we harvested from the last episode. We can get them hauled up here and get them... Shut up. There we go. We can get them working. Get them processing. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. I definitely need to take this one down too. This one has to go. All right. Take another step back. Look at it again. Come up here. I'll get the ground sorted out somehow. Definitely taking that deadfall out. And the one that's leaning over the house here, that one I'm going to wait until the snow melts in order to deal with that, because I don't want any kind of slipping or anything like that. It's stable for now, so we're okay there. But if we come in here, put the processor against these trees, have this area. What does that look like? Let's take a peek at it. Yeah, I know, not enough money. I'm poor. There we go. Okay, I'll need to take at least those 3. Well, that's 4 trees. All right. So these guys all get to go. This is going to be fun getting to this one, hey? We'll just chop that out of the way. One, two. And these two are going to be 3, 4. I'm 90% sure it's this one. We'll just cut it and see. Okay. Yeah, that's going to fit quite nice now. I'll have room to drive around it. And I think... yeah, looking at this, that deadfall has to go. And then the tree immediately to my right has to go this guy here. All right, so there we go. Wonder how it's balancing on the tip here. That's kind of weird. Yeah, no. Oop. I'm hitting the wrong button here. Okay, so I need the skid steer, which means I need to pull the truck out. Oh boy. I was all ready to pack this thing down to the work site. And then I got the old hurry up and wait. Oh yeah, we've definitely got a lot more snow since last episode. Bobcat didn't have too much trouble in the snow last round, but is definitely showing a little bit of struggle here today. Luckily, we show some sun in the forecast here, and it's not too cold. We should start to see a little bit of a melt happening soon, hopefully. I mean, being Canadian, I'm used to having lots of snow, but it doesn't mean that I like it. It just makes things difficult. Very pretty, but difficult. Now, my other option is I could also get a loader for the 6R. That thing seems to handle the deep snow quite a bit better. It's hard to see what you're doing when you can't delimb the trees. But hopefully that's a temporary thing. Oh, that's heavy. I have done that in real life, where you pick something up with a skid steer, it tips forward and then falls out. That sucks. That is one heck of a ride. Yeah, that might be a bit much for the skid steer. But she's going, so... There you go, there's a skid steer size piece. Yeah, I'm definitely glad I went with the tracks on this thing. Definitely working out quite nice. Just can't quite get under this one to grab it. Move that one out of the way at least. You know what would be really nice? A skidder. Instead of a skid steer, a skidder would make this kind of work absolutely effortless. So that may be one of our first purchases, is a skidder. While we're thinking about that, why don't we price one out? Why don't we take a look at the shop? What do we need to do to get a skidder? Those will be under FDR logging. And 90K is what we would need for a skidder. And I don't think we have any options with this. I think she's just... It is what it is, and that's what you get. Short of that... where's forestry? It's down near the bottom here. Maybe under forwarders? Yeah, here we go. Here is the in-game skidder. 325,000. But I can put chains on it, which would be immediately helpful. Like this thing would just make a joke of what I'm trying to do. I'd have all these trees cleared out and gone, no problem, instantly. So, what's my leasing cost on this? Ooh, call it 17,000 a month is what I would have to pull in order to pay for this, or I would have to have, well, 330. It's a third of a million. Oh man, that's insane. Or I go with the FDR logging cat, which doesn't have chains. That kind of bugs me, but it's within the realm of getting a loan. Thoughts to be had. In the meantime, I'm gonna keep struggling in the bush. I'll see you guys when I've got this kind of sorted out. Whoop. And I'm getting stuck in my own ruts out here. All right. How are we looking for space? And get away with just chopping some stumps out? No. Oh, I'll need to move these trees off the stumps. All right, let me work with this for a little bit. We'll be back with stump grinder, and then we'll call the bank, get the loan, and we'll get this little lumber mill set up. All right, so we got the stump grinder up on the Bobcat. We are immediately stuck on something. I can't do this first person, I'm sorry. This dead tree here, I had to chop that thing into like 3 pieces. Just because the old Bobcat couldn't quite get it up and around the corner. But we got her done. We talked to the bank. The bank said yes. We're in pretty good standing with them, so I couldn't see them declining us. So just shy of 80K in the old account. We do have a $50,000 loan that we will have to repay, but I think having this sawmill and then immediately also having a ton of trees to put into it, I think it should pay for itself pretty quick. And especially if the county is, you know, kind of waffling on what exactly they want, I do definitely need a source of income quickly. What am I stuck on here? Oh. It reaches. So we should be good. There we are. Come on, little Bobcat, you got this. This T190 is a lot nicer than the one that we have at work. We've got a S595, and God, what are we at? Like 4,800 hours or something like that on it, and the poor thing is just sacked. I don't know if the company bought it new or if they bought it used at an auction, but whatever history it's got has been rough. So this Bobcat here just kind of refusing to cooperate feels pretty familiar. Alright, so we'll do a few more. And then I'll see you when we plunk the building down. All right, and that is the last stump that I'm aware of. So let's get this building plunked down and let's see exactly what this is going to entail. I'll just push the skid steer out of the way. You know, as much as it struggles, I really do appreciate how confident it is. All right. Hop out. And let's get this thing plunked down. I want everything in line with my original buildings. That should be square to that. You can see everything is going tick, tick, tick. It's all seems to be aligning to a grid of sorts. Where do we want this? The big tree right behind it? Right over top of it? Oh, I want a little bit more room for turning on that side. Let's put her down here. And here we go. First new building on the property. Put some interactive zone triggers up. That way we could see where we need to be. Did that not save? Oops. Flicked the wrong one. There we go. Okay. So load in. Here's our production menu. This is tip in. This has got to be where we put lumber. So let's grab... I'm just going to super strength this in. I put a log there. I mean, I come over here and I hit R. No. Or if maybe that goes on the other side. Oh. No, it's in. Okay. All right. Let's start piling more wood in here. Yep, there it goes. All right. Okay, so it's got to be a little closer to the building. That's what's going on. Some of these chunks, I had to cut the trees up quite a bit to get the skid steer to move them. So there should be a fair amount of trees here that I can just move a little bit at a time. Ooh. What if I just set this right across on top? Oh, beautiful. Okay. All right. Cool. I'm gonna get busy with that, and we'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, so that is all of the timber that I have here. We still have all of the trees from the area that we cleared over at the site. So we'll find a way to pack all of that over here. In the meantime, we do have 42,415 liters of wood. I know, liters of wood. It just sounds weird. We are going to make, I think, all of these. Actually, wood beams probably would be the easiest because it produces the least amount of wood chips. Because I don't know how the wood chips produce. We're just going to make some beams and get this going. And we're just going to straight up sell them. So that's going to go. You can hear the sawmill already going. I'm going to get rid of those 2 stumps. And I'm going to have a real good think about how I'm going to get those logs down here. Because I could just throw them on the trailer and hike them over. But I think that's going to take me an awful long time. But it is also free for me to do that. Oh god, am I stuck already? I don't know. Do the old flail. We'll be back after a message from our sponsor. Oh, I'm kidding. I can get that weight a little further out. Ah, the road is right there. Come on, come on. There we go. All right. Oh, smooth sailing once we're on something packed. All right, last stop for real. For real this time. All right. Let's get this thing back. Get it put away, and we'll figure out what we're up to for the rest of the day, because that pretty much solved my day. Look at that, we're still not even noon, and I've done everything I wanted to do. I'm just going to put this, well, right into the pillar. I'm going to put this in front of the gator here. That way I can get to it nice and easily. Then I can also get that trailer backed away. There we go. All right. See you guys in a minute. All right. Let's show you guys the progress here. So we've kind of flattened out the area on the side. Put in a little bit of a ramp. So that whatever equipment we've got coming in and out can get around my garage just fine. I am going to put up a little bit of a fence there, or some kind of a barrier, just to protect the side of it. And we have also cleared out all of the area around here. So we are good to go. Everywhere that's cleared here is going to end up getting graveled. So it's going to get some gravel here in the next week or two. So you guys will see that in the March, or I guess once we hit March, because I think we're just going to skip to March here. So you'll see that pretty quick, and then we should be ready to go on the road itself. Yeah, no, I'm very pleased with how this turned out. This is going to work quite nicely. And then if we take a look at the productions here, back to the beams, we are running. We already have 23 liters of beams, and we've only been running for a few minutes. So this should, cross our fingers, this should pay for itself pretty quick. And speaking of paying for itself pretty quick, I don't think we can afford to not do it. So our leasing options are 5,000 a day, which is almost reasonable, honestly, considering we do have a production going now. But oh, hold on, I have an audio error here from something. Okay, that was super weird. My desktop speakers just started buzzing for no apparent reason. But yeah, no, where were we here? That's right. I don't think we can afford to not have a piece of equipment like this. Do we do it? Do we do it? Do we do it? I really like the deer a lot better. Especially because it comes with chains, and that is immediately the most helpful. However, we're coming out of winter, so maybe not as helpful. We don't have anything in the used shop that we can bite into here, so let's do it. Just to save on monthly expenses, I think we're going to take it as a loan. So we need to bring ourselves up to 140 grand. There you go. Okay, so there's 140 grand. And we now own a skidder. Now, I don't have any of my controls set up for this thing yet. FDR does use its own control mapping, but I can still drive it around. I do definitely need to get some kind of control set up going here so that I don't drive one of the claws into one of the tires. Stand by. All right. We're here, and I ended up getting everything set up on my steering wheel, on my HOTAS. So we'll see how successful we are or aren't. Gotta remember what controls actually did what now. Like, everything that I thought I had set up is backwards. And this one log is sticking out, and that's giving me problems. You can just go away. We'll just micromanage by hand, I think. There we go. I think I got it. And I think we can probably kiss all my pylons goodbye. Oh, they stayed out of physics range. That's nice. Yeah, this is the answer. This is the way to go. This is so much better. Just drag this all up to the sawmill. Get it processed. Oh, that's right. I was going to put a fence up. Protect the corner of my garage here. What would that be? That would be under fences. Well, I think we're going to have to go with one of these metal fences. Probably just this one would be fine. There we go. That's probably good. Put another one out here. There. Now I feel better. I can scrape the logs against this, and I'm not taking the siding off of my garage. And look at that, they just disappear right out of the back of this thing. Beautiful. All right, let's go get the rest of them. I have a feeling I'm probably going to end up taking a few more trees down. But I do like having that little wilderness patch there that keeps the home area cozy away from the more industrial area. All right, so we've got everything kind of sorted by size now. And I think I've got my controls figured out. I had the stick and the boom both swapped and inverted, which makes things very, very difficult. There we go. I also took the time to try and organize a few more piles. So we've got 2 piles of small trees. I'll end up condensing those into 1 pile. And then, of course, we've got this last pile here. Get all this taken up, and I think I might just sneak that that dead tree, the one that's hanging over the road there. I think I might just sneak that into the pile and just conveniently not tell the county that I took one of their trees. I don't think they'll miss it. It should all disappear here. There we go. Yeah, I'm thinking I might have to take a little bit more room for myself here. Because even the skidder, which can turn inside its own tires, even it's having some troubles here. So any kind of truck coming through here is definitely going to struggle. We'll do that once we get these two piles cleaned up. We'll just ride in the cab for a little bit. It's nice and quiet in here. We've got a little bit of FDR logo inside here. Gotta give him credit, man. He does some fantastic mods. These things, they may not have the details that you get from Giants or some other third parties, but they work so nice. All right, jump back all the way out to third person. Get the blade down. We'll get this pile pushed into the others. See if we can't get that lined up without a tree explosion again, because that's what happened to me last time I tried this. Physics just said no. There we go. I should be able to pick that up, I think. Jump back to the claw camera. That was actually far too easy. I say that was far too easy as I leave half of them behind. That's embarrassing. You can hear my feet squishing in the ground here. We are getting so close to spring. Hopefully we can get rid of the snow and we can get back on that road and the county figures out what they're doing. There we go. I've definitely got them all this time. There we go. Nobody tell the county. In fact, it's their fault. Yeah. Yeah, I'll go with that. It's their fault for some reason. We'll just blame them. All right, and there we go. Got the new sawmill, got the new skidder. We got some land opened up back here. A little bit of room for activities, not quite enough. Like I might open it up just a little bit more off camera. And I think that is going to do it for us for this episode. So if you guys like this, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that like button. Let me know down in the comments if there's anything else you'd like to see. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next time.